What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and today we're going to play a little Sparrow in the duo lane. I mean Artemis. We're going to play a little Artemis in the duo lane, and guys, we pop off this match. But before we get into that, we got to play Smite's most favorite game.
Who's that?
Smite God. Y'all know how it works by now. I'm going to play a clip of an ability. The first person to guess the god making that ability down in the comments wins a free skin code. And here's that clip. Good luck to everybody. Alright, let's get right into this build. Now I'm going to start out with Cursed Gauntlets, which are rank 2 of Devourer's Gauntlets, then build Purification Beads, 1 healing, and 1 mana potion. Then I'm going to build straight into Devourer's Gauntlets, Warrior Tabby, Brawler Speed Stick, Deathbringer, the Executioner, Wind Demon, and then follow that up with Link Rune for my last relic. Now, before we go over a kit, guys, check out what I'm doing here. So we were able to clear that wave. You know, the enemy team came in with a very strange kind of gank, and we won that first lane. We 100% won that lane. It's time to go pick up buffs. Now, we could have gone for their purple, which would be a good choice as well, but I decided to go for my purple just in case Sobek didn't follow me, because we are not in comms. But guys, picking up these buffs is absolutely huge, and guys, you check this out. We're able to rotate back into our lane, take out that Fenrir. Oh, it feels bad, man. But now that we've taken him out, we're gonna very easily be able to pick up the enemy purple as well. This is just exactly how you want to start out. Go get those buffs because they absolutely make a huge difference in the laning phase. Next up, we gotta go over a kit, and first up we have her passive Still Target. Artemis deals 15% increased basic attack damage to gods and 30% increased basic attack damage to minions who are affected by crowd control. And this is awesome for Artemis because she has just an absolute ton of crowd control. And I'm with the Sobek, who's got crowd control as well, so this will work out very well for me. Transgressor's Fate is her one. Artemis places a trap on the ground. Enemy gods coming within 5 units of her trap activates them, rooting and crippling the enemy god, preventing movement, abilities, and dealing damage every second for 3 seconds. And it's really not a huge damage dealer or anything like that, but that root can really get someone killed. And you can place them at the entrances to the jungle. That way, you know, if a gank's coming in, they might hit that trap. You get a little vision on them, or, you know, start doing that tick damage, and you can actually get out. Now, guys, I feel bad. I have no idea how that Aphrodite got away there. That depresses me. And then she comes back in and still gets away. I don't want to talk about this. I wish I could lay in basics, but I can't. But at least we got 1 kill. Vengeful Assault is her 2. Artemis attacks at a furious pace, increasing her attack speed and movement speed significantly. So guys, this is Artemis's escape. If you've got to get out of a situation and, you know, they're able to dodge around your route, you can use your 2 and get a little bit movement speed. It's a 20% increase, so it's a little bit faster, and this can help you get out of situations. But really, you shred with this thing, guys. At max level, it's 80% increased attack speed. You can absolutely destroy towers and just wreck people. Awesome, awesome ability. Suppress the Insolent is her 3. Artemis fires a volley onto the ground, suppressing all of her enemies. Enemies caught in the volley are damaged and slowed. So there's another CC, guys, and paired with her passive, you hit them with that 3, slow them down, get that 2 on them, start teeing off, and then maybe even root them to finish them off, or something like that. Awesome. Awesome. I absolutely love Artemis's kit. And lastly, we have her ultimate, Caledonian Boar. Artemis summons a great Caledonian boar to fight on her side, doing damage to the nearest enemy god and stunning them and itself. The boar is immune until it hits the first enemy god and then continues to charge other gods for its remaining lifetime. Artemis is also immune to crowd control effects for 1.5 seconds after activating her ultimate. So that's definitely one thing you can consider her ultimate as kind of like a beads. It's just a very good version of beads because you also get that stun, and guys, you can end up stunning an entire enemy team, and the stun at max level lasts for 1.5 seconds. So you know, that gives you time to maybe put a root under them or hit them with the slow and just absolutely delete people. And since we're going crit build, we're going to be hitting pretty hard at the end of the game. All right, let's get right into this gameplay, and guys, we're dominating this lane. You know, me and Sobek just make such a better combo for the early game than Aphrodite and Fenrir. You know, having melee as an ADC is also very difficult, and you can see we're able to use that stun. We end up stunning both Aphrodite and Fenrir, and then we end up getting a double kill here. Awesome. Awesome job by our Sobek, throwing Fenrir back to us, you know, that just set us up perfectly for that ultimate. We're going to go ahead and clean these lanes up and really try to push into tower. But again, you know, the spawn timers are very quick. You can see Fenrir and Aphrodite are already spawned back in. They're going to be back in lane in no time. Let's go ahead and just go into tower a little bit. Let's get some poke. I didn't want to rotate over to our purple just in case they were there. You kind of saw I went there a little ways, but I did not want to pick a fight being this low in mana and not having my ultimates when, you know, they might show up, get close to one minion, get a minion kill, get an ultimate. I don't want to deal with that. Sobek ends up going in. You can see he's going to just straight up ult him. You know, getting that mana back, everything like that. We're able to clean up that minion wave, and now that I have vision on those enemies, I'm gonna go ahead and drop purple. Now again, I didn't want to drop purple until I had vision on the duo lane. I'm not too worried about a jungle rotation at this point. And guys, you can see we're able to go in a little bit. We're just really very much in the laning phase. You know, what team can get the farm the fastest? Sobek ends up going in there and ends up actually going down. You know, that feels bad, man. I'm just out of mana. I can't do a whole lot for him. I'm gonna then back off, finish up my boot, start working on Brawler's Beat Stick because I want to shut Aphrodite down as soon as possible. I'm already doing a ton of work. Let's make sure she can't heal my work up, and that's what we want to do. Now check this out, guys. We end up just charging them. Look at this Sobek follow-up. Oh man, what a great play. He's then zoning out Fenrir, and you can see Fenrir's having a cower under tower, and we're going to be able to take out Aphrodite. Awesome. Awesome, awesome play. That was a great job by Sobek. You know, that just great on the ball play. That's what I like to see, guys. Now, coming up, this is the reason I picked up beads, guys, and Fenrir's ultimate is deadly, but you can completely shut his ultimate down by beads, because once he bites you, if you use beads, it takes his ultimate away, guys. So, in a sense, it completely shuts him down, and if you see that here, that's what we do. He ends up going down. Sobek follows that up. Oh, he jumped out of my little root, but that's okay. No problem at all. If we can actually get into tower, we're going to take him out, and sure enough, Sobek is able to. This really allows us to push an entire wave of minions into this tower, and it's going to be a very easy T1 right here. Awesome play. You know, it is about 10 minutes in, so you know we're doing good. This is a very strong play on our part, and this is really going to allow us to free up, start rotating, things like that. And again, we're working on that beat stick to really shut Aphrodite down, because once we get it online, you know, we're about midway through the game. Once we get it online, you know, she's already not going to have those heals. So we're going to start winning those mid-game team fights, as well as if we get somebody else with some anti-lifesteal on in-game, we're going to completely shut her down, and that's what we want, guys. Now from here, me and Sobek, we kind of march our way over to mid lane. Let's push mid lane down. Let's get mid lane down real quick. You can see we're doing a great job of farming. Nemesis, Aphrodite, and Fenrir end up showing up. Let's go ahead, throw that ult down. You know, look at the damage, guys. And then my mid lane shows up. Look at the damage from Sobek. We're able to take them out. Oh, awesome. And then if we could ever land a basic, there we go. We could finally take her out. But look at this, guys. Triple kill. And that is the difference in being farmed and, you know, being outfarmed. Me and Sobek were able to absolutely flip that fight because we've done a great job of farming. We've got a handful of kills by now, and that was just a very hasty rotation by that enemy duo lane, because they knew we would be at a huge advantage, and with our Baron rotating to that lane, it was a 3v3 fight that we had full advantage of, and sure enough, we're able to take them all out. Now from here, I'm pretty much able to do whatever I want, guys. Since we dominated our duo lane, all I have to do is keep an eye on it. And you can see that's exactly what we do here. I'm going to head over there and just clean it up. I'm not trying to push it. I want to make sure I get my farm, but I'm not trying to push it. And I'm taking out Fenrir right there. Oh, I had to leave that in there. And then I actually rotate over to the enemy red. And I'm able to drop the enemy red. Just because I can really do whatever I want. I'm shutting down the enemy duo lane. You can see Aphrodite's in our solo lane now. I'm keeping them completely shut down, so I'm free to do whatever. And stealing their farm is the #1 thing that I can do right now, especially their red buff. Check this out, guys. We're able to delete Bologna right here. And, you know, awesome. Let's go ahead and shove this mid lane. Let's get this mid lane shoved into tower. Take advantage, full advantage of this huge lead we have, and then I'm actually going to, you know, once we get this little bit of poke, it's just a tiny bit of poke, once we do that a little bit, I'm actually going to rotate over to our solo lane and see if we can get a kill there. Sure enough, we're able to rotate over, and look at this, guys. Oh, if we could land a basic, that would be great. I don't want to talk about it. They end up both getting out with just nothing. Oh, it feels so bad. I missed like 57 basics there with both of them having no health. Whatever. You know, we're both very low. With Nemesis showing up, you know, we need to start peeling off, and then Bologna shows up, and okay, let's full retreat. We need to get out of this situation. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a trap just in case. And again, remember, you can use your 2 to escape, but I'm choosing to use my 3 to slow the enemy team down, since it's not just me running away. It is me and Sobek. I want to keep them away from us. You can see they end up engaging onto Sobek. He's able to use that ultimate to, you know, avoid any kind of slows or anything. And look at this, guys. Look at their Bologna. She's so low here. And then Nemesis dives a little bit. We're able to get a little bit of poke on him. And Alpha shows up and gets that awesome double kill. I'm going to engage on Aphrodite. And check this out, guys. There's Bologna and their Aphrodite. I miss my pig, but hey, no problem. He ends up coming in and getting those stuns, which is great. But Artemis is her ultimate. You can't just run out there and use it when you're chasing somebody. You really need to run out there when someone's not expecting it. That's when you can really get those advantages. If you're chasing, yeah, most of the time you're going to miss that ultimate, just like I did there. But it ended up working out great, and we ended up getting a great quad kill there, you know, with their Fenrir going down, and pretty much their entire team was wiped out. You know, that was just awesome play by my team. Coming up, we end up making just an absolute critical mistake and end up getting our first death. But we're going in on fire, and then the enemy team shows up. Okay, let's take them out. And I'm like, okay, let's go. I did not realize my entire team is dead. And then I turn around, and it's like Baron's got like half a health. And I'm like, oh God, we got to get out of here. We end up going down, though. You know, it is what it is. You know, that was a bad play. Everybody died there. I thought we were winning that fight. We end up wiping up fire. Oh, yes. You know, this is such a great game, and to make this huge mistake like this, feels bad, man. Unfortunately, that happened, but hey, we might be able to come back from this. It's not over. We're gonna head to mid, and you can see there's a huge collapse. They were able to take out our mid lane pretty quickly, but no problem at all. Let's continue to engage in on this, see if we can make something happen. But I'm not necessarily trying to fight this 4v2 fight. I'm not necessarily wanting to go into it, but I will go in to try to save Sobek there. And guys, you can see we are making some things happen. But again, we're not really trying to pick that fight. We want to get this lane situated. You're very rarely going to win that kind of 4v2 fight. It's just not going to happen. We're going to hopefully catch up to Bologna here, and sure enough, we end up using that blink, and then I end up hitting my 2. You can see it gives us that movement speed. We're able to chase her around, you know, and take her out. The enemy team ends up rotating over to red, and you know, they just kind of watch me take down red, which is nice. You know, with Cirquette here, we should be able to engage on this, especially if she has her ultimate. Throw someone back into me, that would be absolutely great. Sure enough, she does, but we end up missing everything because we're absolutely terrible. There goes that huge crit onto Fenrir, and sure enough, we're able to take him out. Nemesis shows up. Okay, we're getting too hasty. Let's peel off of this situation. Let's get away from Nemesis, you know, without having mana, things like that. let's just leave that situation. And sure enough, we're able to get into kind of mid lane and a little bit safer. Now guys, check this out. You saw those two enemies right there start heading towards solo. So that means there's going to be a team fight in our solo lane. Let's head over. Bologna peels me off a little bit, but no problem. I'm actually going to try to engage on this, and you can see I'm very, very low on mana. You know, I don't have my ultimate. I just got it up, but we're in a very bad fight right now. You know, we need to be careful, and I kind of wasted those stuns from my ultimate there. You know, it feels bad, but I was trying to stun to keep people alive. And look, I'm not going to be able to run out of this. It's just all there is to it. You know, I can try my best, but you see Bologna's just so tough to deal with when she's building damage and, you know, hits like crazy. But sure enough, we're able to peel off of that and blink out. You know, let's get out of this situation. Our Circuit is staying engaged, though, so let's go back in and try to help out. Sure enough, there Aphrodite's here. Let's engage on that. You know, we did get that anti-heal on her, and Baron shows up and is actually able to take her out. But you can see those heals, guys. Bologna was able to stay in that fight for so long because no one else is really building anti-heal. That's why it's so important to build anti-heal when you have these healer-type gods. Now, once we spawn back in, I'm actually going to head to our duo lane, and you can see my team is stacked up in our solo lane, and then they just stay in that team fight. They stay in that, you know, uneven team fight. We do end up getting a couple of kills, but we end up giving up a couple of kills as well. So, you know, it was a fairly even team fight, but we are on the later deaths, so we want to watch out for that. But we were able to take out that T2, which is huge. I'm then going to engage into this Fenrir and Aphrodite combo, and guys, you can see we're able to delete them. Artemis's ultimate is so strong. With her CC, it is one of the strongest ADC ultimates, and you can see that fight that we definitely should have lost, we were able to not only win, but we almost got a double kill. Her stuns and all of her CC paired with that passive is so strong, guys.
Cancel.
From here, we end up kind of chasing these two, and we're actually able to take down Aphrodite, which is great. That's who we wanted to get rid of. And then I was going to back off, but you see, it looks like there might be a fight here. Sure enough, there is. Let's go ahead and engage on this. You know, that Baron ultimate sucked everybody in. Oh, that was so good. Look at this, guys. We end up getting a quad kill, and Fenrir barely gets away. But this is going to free us up to just freely push into this Phoenix. You know, this is free mid lane Phoenix. And since we since we pushed that lane earlier, you know, our duo lane is free up to get a Phoenix. Our solo lane is close to getting a Phoenix. You know, this is great. This is what we want. We end up actually taking out Fenrir. They're getting that staggered pentakill, and then their Aphrodite shows up to probably save him, and we end up taking her out as well. You know, awesome. That's an awesome play. We end up then engaging onto the Titan, but we have to be quick because they're all about to spawn back in. You know, we need to be careful. Okay, it's not happening. Let's get out. Let's get out. There's three of them up. We're all getting lower. And then it's kind of like, okay, whoa, what is happening? Some people are staying in. You know, we need to get out. We don't have Sobek tanking it. Okay, I'm just leaving. I'm not going to worry about this. You know, we've already got one person to back off. Let's everybody get out and be safe.
Always be prepared.
Now, coming up, the enemy team makes a great play here, and whether it was by accident or not, it ends up working in their favor just so well. But we're going to then push our duo lane. You know, we're doing great on farm. We've got a ton of farm. We've got a bunch of kills, bunch of assists. We're doing great. My team's stacking up to go to Fire Giant. I'm going to head that way. And look at this, guys. Look at them. This was a great job by their team. You know, they head over to our back lane. You know, they took out our back lane. Look, Baron's there. Circuit's there. Sobek's all the way up at the Fire Giant. You know, that was a great job by their team. You know, unfortunately, we end up pretty much getting the better of them. But, you know, that was a great job by them. You know, taking me out like that. Oh, awesome play by the enemy team. Once I spawn back in, we're actually going to really need to play a little more defensively. Even though we do have a Phoenix, you know, we got to get these lanes set pushing in the right direction. Me and Sobek end up actually engaging on fire, and then we have a team rotation. Great job. I'm actually going to then head back to mid lane. You can see here, we're going to blink across and get under our tower, basically, and then I'm going to use this ultimate. Guys, I'm not necessarily trying to kill people. If I kill people, that's great. What I'm trying to do is defend. I don't care if they get away, because when they get away, they're not taking the Phoenix. If I die, they definitely will take the Phoenix. And I think that's one mistake a lot of people make. When you go to defend, make sure you're defending. If you get the kill, great. If you don't, hey, you did your job. And you can see here, since I defended, not chasing kills, we're able to flip this completely, guys, and we end up getting a triple kill. Bellona's here. Let's go ahead and slow Bellona down, and then you can see we're using our 2 to try to get some damage on her, and then we're gonna not chase her, we're gonna go where she's going, end up taking her out as well. And look at this, guys. This all happened because I defended the Phoenix. I didn't attack the enemy gods or try to chase that kill. On her and Fenrir were both at nothing there, guys. They had no health at all. We could have just, you know, our traps would have killed them. But the thing is, you want to defend, and this actually flipped everything for us, and we're going to end up winning this match and taking down this Titan with getting that kind of staggered quad kill. Awesome game. This was a lot of fun. I really hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.
Let's keep this going on. Attack left lane. Let's keep this going on.